All aboard, it's Jang here with a look at the Playmobil large crane with infrared remote control. This thing is over 30 inches tall and it's just so enormous that I barely was able to fit it into the shot here, but unfortunately you are able to see the whole thing. It does come with an infrared remote control, like it said, which is right here, which is great. Just add batteries to the set basically once you get it put together and you can do all this stuff. Watch this. Turning, shifting in and out, lifting, bringing stuff down, and turn all the way around. You can do multiple functions at once. It's basically the mother of all Playmobil cranes. The size of it is just enormous. It's so big and it's able to carry so much load, they actually have leveling feet for the thing. So you're able to turn these different ways to make sure that you get equal pressure on all of them. A little bit of thing that you actually have to do with real cranes, making sure that they're properly balanced. Your receiver unit is right here and you put AA batteries in that. The use of the control is really simple. It's just buttons. You know, you just push individual buttons. It's pretty trouble-free. Even if you try to go farther than you should, for instance, if I try to bring up the main hook and just keep going with it, just hold the button down. That sounds really bad, but it's actually not. There's actually a thing called a clutch inside of there, which is preventing any damage from occurring to the motor. So it's basically just slipping in there. It's a little ratcheted system. This thing is the type of thing that a kid would just die to have because it's so big and it can actually do stuff. Now, how much can it actually lift is a big question that I had, because obviously, you know, if it's only able to lift really small little things like this sample little basic pallet here or some simple little Playmobil stuff, you know, that's okay and all, but I want to really see what this thing will do. So how about this? Hook up right to there. What do you think? No sweat. Lifting up that whole thing. Now, once it gets up to the top, because this is really heavy and really pushing the edge of it, it's starting to pull the line back out. And I don't recommend that you stress this thing to the absolute limit, but it is able to lift up this large thing, still moving around, bring the load in closer. See, I had it out towards the edge here, and even all the way out at the edge. Look at this, all the way at the very tip of the boom. It's not falling over. It has enough stability with those legs. This is phenomenal stuff. Now, believe it or not, this is not as tall as this thing can get. It's currently constructed with two major sections. You can see a joint right there of this whole girder assembly that gives it most of its height. But you can add more of those because those are modular. So you can get an extra one or two or three, however many you want. There are no wires going through this to worry about connecting by going directly to Playmobil and ordering them from them, or you can get an additional one of those that's included in the big flatbed construction truck set, which just gives you another one of those, which you can then use to make this thing even taller. Up top, this thing is large enough that there's actually space to put figures around the edges. You get these little balconies off to the side. You can pose figures along there, and of course, there's the main operator control cab right here. This opens up completely. It just shifts forward to give you access into the cab. Just has a little console there, little control sticks, and the figure that's included with the set also has a remote control. So you could remote control this actual toy and pretend that the control is being done or handled by this guy right here, because he's got his own little RC unit with a little sticker on the front of it, and that's something that they actually do in real life. A lot of heavy equipment nowadays has remote control capabilities for the sake of safety and convenience, so that's another just nice little tie-in to the real world. While we're looking at the figure, might as well look at the figure, right? Yeah, this is not a particularly deluxe figure. It doesn't have any extra add-ons to the torso for the collar or anything, mostly just relies on print for the detail. Has one little boo-boo on the face, unfortunately. That sometimes happens. I hate when that happens. Little stuff just gets kind of kind of smudged into the plastic there during the construction. I do like the helmet here, and that of course is removable. Has the Playmobil logo up on the top, rolled up sleeves, pockets on the sides, a little print on the front of the pants also. It does the job just fine. For me, there are really only two negative things about this set. First of all, its size. It is so large that for folks who don't have a lot of space, with kids who don't have a lot of play space or small rooms, you know, sometimes some things just won't fit. And this thing, you know, has so much size to it that's just integral to its design. You can't easily break it down or fold it. You know, the boom doesn't fold or anything. So you can take off the vertical parts of it, but you still have the whole length of the entire boom with the counterweight and everything. So space is definitely something to watch out for with this. The other thing is just that it's expensive. In the US, as of the time of this video, it retails for about $100. You know, that's a good chunk of change. I think the overall value you get here is pretty good, and especially for kids who really love construction stuff and who are going to use this a lot and really get into the play with it and have enough cargo type of things and construction type of things separate from this set to move around with this set, then it's definitely going to be worth it. It also really looks good on display for collectors or folks just setting up dioramas, you know, for nice looking things. So overall, very positive. Just watch out for the size with this thing. Thank you for watching. Please let me know what you think about the set by leaving a comment down below. I always appreciate feedback from the viewers, and other viewers appreciate that too. Folks read each other's comments. It's great to see. More videos are on the way, so stay tuned. I'll talk to you again soon.